Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube? As you can tell, if you can't tell, this is Flash review time, you guys. All right, so I just watched The Flash, episode 7 of the 3rd season, Killer Frost, directed by Kevin Smith, and he has done it again. The last episode he did was when Barry got engulfed into the Speed Force and he was communicating with different interpretations of his friends that were acting as conduits of the Speed Force. And I thought that was one of the best episodes, and this one is nothing less than that. Like, oh my gosh, what's her name? Danielle Panabaker? Dude, she does a great job. Like, I mean, we already knew she could play the Killer Frost character. She plays it very well. The issue with this one is this is not the Killer Frost from, Earth 2. This is the Caitlin Snow that we know. And it was going back and forth from her tendencies of violence just based on the suppression that she had of everything that's happened to her. It's like everything that it's kind of like taking Supergirl when she was on Red Kryptonite, or Clark Kent when he was on Red Kryptonite. It's the same exact thing. It's like any kind of dampening of his inhibitions are due to the catalyst of things that have happened. And I think that Danielle Panabaker, like the way that she was so spiteful with Barry and with everyone, she was so calculative in the decisions that she was making, but at the same exact time, she was so self-destructive. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that that was going to be the central focus of the episode, but it even wasn't, because they did a great job with Wally West's story too. Because, I mean, I think the only thing I can say as a negative in this episode was Joe. Um, I, it's not a negative though, because when you think about it, your son's stuck in a cocoon, right? And you know he could potentially die or become enslaved by somebody. Like, you're gonna do anything you can to protect your son. So it's like, I can't excuse his decisions or what he did with the capsule, but at the same time, I was like, come on, Joe, dude, that ain't gonna help, you know. And I think that he did it out of fear, and I think that all of them do that. Like, I think that Iris said the best thing, that all of them would try to escape the pain that they kind of feel from circumstance. And I think that Joe was no excuse to that. And I know that Cisco, same thing. And even with Caitlin, like, she wanted to escape this reality of the situation he was going through, you know. And I think that when first off, hold on. I didn't even talk about some of the best sequences. One of the best sequences in this episode is coming off of the last episode with Savitar. Dude, this man was taking Barry so fast that he was going into different kind of forms of dimensional time spots all over the city, and like, he was just wrecking Barry. I was like, I ain't seen Zoom do that to Barry. Like, this man was like, they got out of speed, you know what I'm saying? And like, I gotta say, man, dude, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Like, Barry got that work. Like, he needed Caitlin and Cisco, you know, and thankfully Caitlin was there because she's very powerful. But it's gonna come back up again, because regardless of the fact of her, reconciling everything, like, Savitar has a plan for her, you know. So it's gonna be rough. And then the big reveal of who Dr. Alchemy was. Now, I think that most of us kind of could tell who it was. I think I was actually looking for Eddie or somebody like that. But I mean, I know that he can play that villain role well. And for y'all that don't know, I don't want to spoil it, but I think there was an interesting reveal at the very end of the episode, and I think they did a good job with it. It's just the way that this guy Savitar is, I don't know how they're going to stop him. And I have a small theory about Savitar, that they're going to try to merge this kind of like with Godspeed from the Rebirth series, the actual Savitar, the character, and dare I say, could it be Barry Allen that might be the future incarnation, the Savitar? I don't know. That's just a small theory that I had. I was like, for him to target Barry like he did, I don't know. I don't know. Because he could have killed Barry. And I mean, well, he still could have killed Barry. I think that's interesting. Maybe it's not Barry. Anyway, I don't know who it is, but all I can say is that that episode was fire. Everybody was on it. I mean, even Barry's revelations of, the things that he done that broke people. His relationship with Cisco is forever strained. He called Caitlin's bluff and almost allowed himself to die. And oh my gosh, the Iris West shippers out there, oh my gosh. That girl, she's got his back, he's got her back. They need each other. I love it. I'm all in love with that. It was just a great episode. I give it a 10, man. What do you want? Like, I mean, there are moments, like I said, that were kind of predictable. I think the reveal of Dr. Alchemy is very predictable. The actions of Joe predictable. I think they could have done a little bit more with Wally's character, but all in all, it's all gonna lead up to more. Like, they're not just gonna give Wally West powers and it not be a consequence. And not just that, if you know Wally West, the character, he is faster than the Flash. So all I can say is this is gonna be very interesting, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with this. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Peace, everybody.